NYPD can do no wrong, except they're always doing things wrong. They are. Somewhere in New York on the force, somebody's doing something wrong. NYPD cops won't be charged for fatally shooting a 19-year-old man. NYPD officers will not be charged in that shooting. We do want to warn you, this video is, we'll call it unsettling, necessary to view, but unsettling. About 1 second after we cut this video, I do want to tell you the fatal shots were fired.
Let him go. Let go of him and back up. Let go of him. Nick! Please don't shoot my mother. Why not? Tell him to get the way. Get out of the way. Now. Out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Please do not shoot my mom. Get her out of the way. I'm so sorry. Get her out of the way now. No. Satchel, get her.
Chilling, even if you didn't know what happens next. But we already told you. 2 New York City police officers won't be charged in the shooting death of a 19-year-old man during a mental health crisis last year, as his mother and brother begged the officers not to open fire. State Attorney General Letitia James's office said Thursday. Win Rozario was shot 5 times by the officers at his family's home in Queens, March 27, 2024, as he came at them while holding scissors in his hands. Police body cam footage showed that. A person in the home called 911 telling a dispatcher, "I think my son is on drugs and is acting mad, erratic," according to police. Office of Special Investigation in James's office concluded in its report that a prosecutor would not be able to disprove beyond a reasonable doubt that the officer's use of deadly force against Mr. Rozario was justified and therefore will not seek charges. The report also said the reasonableness of the fear the officers, Salvatore Alonghi, Matthew Cianfrocco, had when Rozario came at them with the scissors could not be disproven beyond a reasonable doubt. Both officers, however, still face an internal discipline trial on excessive force allegations by the city's Civilian Complaint Review Board, as well as a lawsuit by Rosario's family. Rosario's mother, Notaniba Costa, his father, Francis Rozario, and his brother, Ucho Rozario, criticized the decision not to prosecute the officers. State Attorney General Letitia James' cowardly decision not to indict NYPD officers Matthew Cianfrocco and Salvatore Alonghi for murdering our beloved son and brother, Win Rozario. Feels like we were watching Win get murdered all over again. That's the statement they released by the Justice Committee Advocacy Group. We were safe in our home until officers Cianfrocco and Alonghi walked in, created chaos. NYPD should not be engaging with people experiencing a mental health episode. Who could argue with that? Let's talk about the moments leading up to the shooting. After the officers entered Rosario's home, Rozario grabbed a pair of scissors in the kitchen, took a few quick steps toward the officers, prompting one of them to fire a taser. The police body cam footage showed Rosario's mother then wrestled the scissors away while holding on to him. Police ordered her to get out of the way, prompting her to plead, "Don't shoot," as she put the scissors on a chair and stepped aside. Situation then quickly escalated, an officer firing a taser again, Rozario picking up the scissors, walking toward police. One officer then fired his handgun at Rozario, whose mother rushed to him, followed by her younger son, who tried to pull her away. "Please do not shoot my mom," Rosario's brother cries. When Rozario was shot at least 4 times within minutes of officers entering the Rozario residence. Office of Special Investigations report recommends expanding citywide pilot programs that dispatch paramedics, and mental health professionals as first responders to mental health emergency calls. Also recommends more training for officers on responding to such calls. It says the state should enact a law allowing public health based resources and responses to people experiencing a mental health, alcohol use, or substance use crisis. This is so elementary. Can you believe it's December 2025 and someone's putting this out? Well meaning, I'm not disparaging anyone, but acting like some of us that that's groundbreaking when it is so damn obvious. Mayor-elect Mamdani issuing this statement: Win Rosario's death was a senseless tragedy that brought pain to so many New Yorkers, most of all his loved ones, Mamdani said in a statement Thursday. He noted the officers are facing potential discipline and added, what today's decision does not change is our obligation to do everything in our power to ensure this does not happen again. Our commitment to delivering the social services New Yorkers deserve and our investment in both genuine public safety and justice for all. Win Rozario, 19, just getting started. And another one wiped out. State sanctioned violence. I mean, they are not going to be criminally charged. Look, these circumstances are supposed to be messy. That's what happens. You're having a mental health crisis. A family's calling out for help. God, that mother, Jackson, and her desperation to cling to the son, knowing that I need to be a human shield here, or else I will lose him. And then she loses him. She loses him. It is just gut wrenching. We can talk about the details, and I want you to, but I also want to talk about what's going to change here. Mamdani said the right things. The family's fighting for justice. Can there be a new day in New York, at least with this kind of stuff?
Well, I think this is will be some of Mom Donnie's proving grounds, and hopefully he can set a new precedent through his hiring practices and who he has spread out, among the municipalities throughout NYC, but also, um, investing in programs that can help provide more social work for situations like this, which was put forth in the statement in response that we need social workers. We don't need police officers responding to this. And as you pointed out, this isn't new information. It's something that we know for quite some time. But New York City being, New York being a blue state, New York City being, the most multicultural, diverse place in America. If there's any place that new policies can be addressed and put forth, I think New York is definitely one of them, particularly with the grass movement that Mom Donnie has behind him. It was definitely, a letdown to see Letitia James not carry forth a
Mhm.
prosecution. Um, basically the reasoning was that they couldn't prove malice, which is a can that can be endlessly kicked down the road in terms of proving what somebody meant.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, I think that this is a time where something actually can be done. And hopefully we do see that with Mom Donnie's term.
Yeah, I agree with you. I actually believe that it's so much of a heavy lift. It's just the beginning, but I believe that there's an opportunity. I think and again, the circumstances are murky. Scissors, once you start talking about getting in somebody's mind, as designed to be, it's almost impossible to go there. But it's also an example that just because you have a politician who is a woman of color, her office works in tandem with police, the courts every single day. Do not expect there to be a deviation. If you want to change, you have to take it. Just like the people of New York City said, nope, we don't care about your money. We don't care about the financial district. We are voting this guy in. And they did it. And they have to just keep going with that.